We're at the TT Grandstand with Classic TT winner Josh Brookes. Josh, congratulations.
Yeah, thank you very much. It's a great pleasure to be here. It's it's great to be riding around the Isle of Man, and then racing is even better, and then to win is the ultimate. So I'm very happy at the moment.
You only got this ride a couple of weeks ago because John McGuinness normally rides this bike. Was there any pressure there, or is it a case of just come, see how you get on?
This event has to be sort of taken in a way where you ride the best you can, and you have to accept what that is. If you try and make it something that it isn't, I think it's a dangerous way to approach. So I felt certainly honoured to be asked to replace John for this event whilst he's injured, and I should say stand in for John. But I didn't feel the pressure of having to perform so much. But of course, everyone would love to do that.
Now, you've got very limited experience of riding the classic bikes, and coupled with, I think, limited practice time this week. How's that impacted your plan of action, your race plan for today? Was there a race plan in place?
There wasn't really a plan. I mean, I've been learning the bike as quick as I can throughout the practice, and I felt like I've been kind of learning it quite quickly. The narrow tyres of the period and the bike and the way that it works are quite foreign to me, but it's still a motorcycle, so there's elements and traits that will never disappear from motorbikes. So I just sort of use the things that I know and try and learn my way into it, and we've been fortunate enough to. I mean, the bike's superb, so I think there's a lot of people that possibly could have won on that machine, but it had to be ridden and ridden well, and I think I did a good job.
In comparison to a BSB bike, how much can you push a classic bike? How much can you get out of it?
Well, there's a couple of elements there that are significant. One is the BSB bike, a modern superbike, and the other one is BSB as a circuit race. So circuit racing, you use completely different element to finding the limit. You find the limit of the tyre and the machine and the grip and rider skill. It's like really testing the product, where here is more like an endurance of the product and having to learn the course and the best way to ride it safely at the fastest speed. So it's very hard to compare, but I certainly have a lot more experience on a modern superbike than I do on these older bikes. So I think with more time I could certainly find a higher limit, let's say, on these bikes.
Do you plan to do any more classic TTs in the future? Have you got the bug for kind of racing more of the classic bikes now?
Yeah, I think so. Not just the fact that it's a bug for the classic, but I'm in love with the circuit. It's a phenomenal track. There's nothing. I mean, it's hard to find words that somebody hasn't used before. There's nothing else like it in the world, and it's great to come here and ride on anything, even on open public roads. It's nice to ride the circuit. So to be able to race the circuit on a competition machine on closed roads is such a luxury. I wouldn't pass it.
Now, you've had a great comeback here after a couple of years out of the TT. Brilliant time in June, and obviously top step today.
Yes.
It's also going very well for you in BSB at the moment, 5th in the championship standings, one more race before the showdown. How happy are you at this stage of the season with where you are?
Yeah, it's quite a good situation. The TT, I was quite proud of what I was able to do on my first year back after a few years off, and that was only after 2 years of being in it anyway. So I still feel like I've got a huge amount to learn about this place, and hopefully, coming and doing the classic speeds that up. And the superbike year is, it's not perfect at the moment, but it's a work in progress. So I'm happy with what we've been able to achieve so far, and hopefully I can continue to make things better.